Hi, and thank you for watching Targeted West. Our website is targetedwest.com. My name is DJ Chris. I'm your moderator and host. We have with us a guest tonight, and it is show number 195. It is the 11th of January 2026, and the opinions of that are that of the person in the call and not necessarily that of DJ Chris or Targeted West. It is 51 degrees in Lodi, California, and I'm in my trusty camper. We have a guest tonight. His name is Armando, and he'll be talking to us. And without further ado, here we go. Hey, Armando, how you doing?
How you doing, Chris?
Hanging in there. What's up?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Just here. Wanted to remind you about those books that I sent you. They're free for anybody to download. It's basically shows and tells how the gang stalking infusion centers work, how the technology is meshed with the gang stalking and the harassment, how to mitigate it, how to what to do to help fight it. And I just wanted to put that out there, and let everybody know it's free for anybody to download and read.
And it's on the book club. So if you're watching this recording, you go to bookclubs.com/TIbookclub/join. You join for free. You go down to documents down in the bottom of the screen, and you'll see the there's two books, I believe, that I posted.
Correct.
Continue.
Yes, sir. So I also wanted to add that today was the Human Trafficking Awareness Day. Wanted to throw that out there for because a lot of TIs are pretty much remotely trafficked, through all this craziness, and just wanted to put that out there. They're not alone.
That's true. The people in my head say that I'm on a network and people watch me from all over the world because they want to watch a white guy who's a DJ and a tech guy go on through his day, I guess.
Right.
I'm an American. So they're paying money, and these people are selling my access.
And they got nothing else better to do, right?
No, they don't. It's very secretive to do that for now, but a lot of people that are very rich know about it, I'm sure.
Well,
it's a game.
It's definitely being exposed little by little.
So it is, National Human Trafficking Day is appropriate for this.
Yeah, definitely. So letting everybody know I am mobile right now due to the obviously the computer at the house being intermittently disconnected and having trouble with the camera. So I told Chris, let me just stop being around the bush and just drive straight to the cell tower and park right in front of it. So that way we don't have no issues, because the last time I did a podcast a few months ago it was very it sucked. We'll just say that. So what's on the agenda for today?
I want to talk about your books that you created in more detail about them, if you could, and then you can go on about your products and about what you offer and all that stuff.
I did want to start with the communications, the blocking of the communications that they've been doing. They're starting to block people that I've been talking to already. TIs have already, have bought my devices. They're starting to block them too. So if you're new, you're trying to get a hold of me, please keep trying. Try the email, the phone. You could text me. Use somebody else's phone to try to contact me. That's how some TIs are getting through, is using one of their friends that are not targeted, using their phones to contact me. I am trying my best to get these orders out. We're not really backlogged, so to speak. They've been attacking me since financially since April when I released that reset anti-rape implant disabler device, and they haven't stopped since. So sales have been we haven't been making too many sales, so I've been doing a lot of side jobs, trying to keep the roof over our head. So as far as orders go, I'm not too far backlogged, but I did have issues not too long ago with the courier. About 2 weeks ago, I had problems with the courier, and then components. I had issues with getting the components delivered. They're saying that it was delivered when it wasn't, and then another delivery was held up at customs for some reason. So that kind of put me back a little bit. But it wasn't that bad because I didn't have too many orders to complete. But just letting y'all know, I'm trying my best here to try to get everybody to everybody. I still have the sale going on, so if anybody's interested, you get both the reset and the SK for $4.99, and that's tax and shipping included. That's both devices. Both devices are separately would run about $670 for both. So the sale is a pretty good knockdown of if you were to buy them separately. That being said, the books. I didn't necessarily write them from start to finish. If anybody's checked out Brighteon's AI, which is Mike Adams. I don't know if anybody knows Mike Adams, but he's real big on teaching people how to be self-sustaining or self-sufficient. And he made his own AI, and it is truly an unbiased AI that will not gaslight you if you ask it about the targeting program. He made this cool deal, this book generator, where you could put in just a few words, or you could put in paragraphs, and it will generate a book with cover art and everything. I suggest people y'all try it out. For the smaller 3-page book, it's free. For anything bigger, you have to get those tokens. And I'm not working with Health Ranger, or Mike Adams, which is the Health Ranger store, or anything like that. But I just think that it's the 3 AIs or 4 AIs that I've used. That one's Brighteon's AI has been the best, because it's the only one that didn't try to gaslight me or lie to me about the targeting program, and it just gives you the honest truth. And he made it mainly for medical research, so that if you have it tells you how to cure cancers. It's not gonna lie to you, or it's been uploaded more than millions of pages of research papers and science papers that have anything to do with the medical field. And they have also a AI vaccine deal where you type in the vaccine, and then the AI will research and pull up everything about that certain vaccine and give you the facts. And this is what I like about this AI. It doesn't bullshit you, and it gives you all the facts. And it was right on the money with the books when they generated my books. I did put quite a bit of quite a few paragraphs extensively speaking about what I wanted to talk about, and it gave me exactly what I wanted. But yeah, if anybody's interested, y'all just go to Brighteon.com and click on the tab up top and go down to where it says Ask AI, and then from there, you should be able to figure out. There's 4 other tabs where you can just ask AI, ask it about the news, ask it about vaccines, and then the book generator. I strongly suggest people try it out. Like I said, it's the only AI that hasn't gaslighted me about anything about the targeting program. It gives you the facts. It gives you the patents. on all the technologies. You can ask it about the technologies that is used against us, and it'll give you all the technologies that are used against us. It talks about the BCI, how that works, and the more specific you are with it, the better the answer it'll give you, the more specific answer that it'll give you. Again, so I just strongly recommend that if anybody's using AI out there, whether it's chat or Grok, I strongly suggest try this one. And that being said, let's see what else. I was gonna say. You still reading me over there? You still copy?
I copy you, 10-4. Keep going.
10-4. All right. I got a little quiet there for a second. I was just wondering if we're still connected, but yeah, we're still good. So, where do we go from here?
Well, the books you described and how to do them, and you described a little bit about your product. Tell us more about the Silent Night specifically, how that works, because that's the main focus of this call.
Right. So the Silent Night I've updated recently. Again, it's a lot more quiet than the original. And it's, for the most part, I've been getting some good feedback on the new one. There are a few that we're still having issues. So I sent them an older one, which seems to be helping. The older versions are a little bit more loud. They create a larger electrical field, which I believe is disrupting the two-way links that they have with all the biosensors that are in us, because everybody has them. When you disrupt that flow of data, they won't know if their harassment and their torture is working. So it kind of puts the AI that they use to attack us, kind of confuses it and makes it have to restart its or relearn the torture techniques that it was using on you, because it's not getting that steady flow of data anymore from your biosensors. The older SK and the new SK, if one doesn't work, we'll send you another one. We'll send you the older one. But for the most part, the newer one has a much larger RF noise output, ranging from about, the strongest output was between 200 megahertz to about 4 to 5 gigahertz. So it's pretty wide, but it works even past that. It works well over 12 gigahertz. I just don't really know how far past 12 gigahertz, because my analyzer only goes to 12 gigahertz. But it's a steady output from about, I want to say under 200 megahertz all the way well past 12 gigahertz, with the majority of the power being between or under 1.5 gigahertz. So it's very wide banded. It's the only device on the market that has that kind of bandwidth. Most devices that claim to interrupt the signals, their bandwidth will only be about 200 to 300 megahertz at the most. So mine is definitely supersedes that by 20-fold, 30-fold easily. It's basically giving your personal space back to you, because it was always yours to begin with. And that's what it's given me. That's what it's given a lot of people. And I do want to stress the fact that regular detoxing is very important. Getting rid of that heavy metals in your body will definitely help with any kind of chronic pain or joint pain. When I started detoxing from the heavy metals, it was definitely a night and day difference with the pain I was getting before and after. Because after, I was just getting my skin just was heating up. I felt the heating of my skin tissue, but I didn't feel no pain. And the toothaches went away. Doing the salt baths and the borax baths, they help definitely with any kind of man-made skin fungus that they've done, that they made in a lab that I did have before. I don't anymore. That really does help those baths. So for those that, a lot of us don't have a lot of money to throw at detoxing, but try to be mindful on what you eat. Look at the boxes of the ingredients on the food that you buy at the store. A lot of the name brand stuff is going to contains bioengineered ingredient. Stay away from that. You don't want to be eating the bioengineered crap. Try to stay away from most of those palm seed oils, sugar. They've systematically made it to where we pretty much kill ourselves by what we eat, and it's that we're doing it to ourselves. So we got to be mindful about what we eat and how we do it, along with taking supplements, grounding for about 5 to 10 minutes a day, barefoot in the grass. That shows in research studies, and this is like literal.
Yeah, I do that. I do grounding in the summer.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it reduces the inflammation almost instantly.
It does, and it helps you sleep, and it reduces the V2K by a little bit.
Well, and also the stress factor. If you're tense, like I literally, as soon as I step onto the grass, I just feel like a wave of just calmness come over me, and it's crazy. We our bodies end up accumulating all this charge that we have to get rid of, and the only way doing that is by grounding. Because what they shoot at us, the way we're charged positively, what they shoot at us is negatively charged, the negatively charged ions that follow in those scalar waves track. That's what's hurting us, because we're basically magnets for this stuff. Unless we ground and release those positive charges out of
the free radicals are created, right, and you have to get rid of them because they oxidize your cells and create cancer and stuff and inflammation.
Correct. You got it right on the money. Speaking of cancer stuff, if anybody has a friend or if anybody does have cancer, I suggest y'all try Brighteon's medical AI search engine. Ask it what if there's any cures, what you can do to help mitigate certain, most cancers, and it'll tell you exactly what supplements you need for exactly what cancer you have. And like I said, the more specific you are, the better the answer will be. Right. So.
Pretty good so far.
Yeah.
We talked about your product. We talked about your books. Now, how long have you been targeted? And your family's targeted too, you say? So that's terrible. Are you getting any relief from anything recently that could help the audience with solutions? Any shielding?
The shielding, I pretty much haven't. I stopped shielding a while back, more than a year ago, only because I run the SKs, all the time, whether I'm testing them in the shop or I have them. Sometimes I'll test them in the truck while I'm running errands. That way, I'm there. If anything does fail, I'll know what it is. So I'll run them in the truck, and they don't have that precise tracking when I'm close enough to the SK. They can't get that precise tracking, and I've tested this on the move too in my truck. It just seems like their accuracy little beam widens when you have the SK around, and they can't accurately hit you with a beam that's a centimeter wide. It's more like they're hitting you with a bunch of bigger beams. What it seems like they're trying to pinpoint your exact body position and everything when you run the SK, because of the way the SK works, the noise that it puts out in the RF spectrum. and the electrical field that it creates, there's some things that we don't understand because it hasn't been explained to us scientifically. But the criminals know what's going on. They know how to use certain science to do what they do. And most of us, we don't know because they've kept it all secret. So there's no real research or white papers that we can read about it to actually know exactly how they do it. But from the whistleblowers and the information that we have now, we can create, or we come up with theories of how exactly they do it. So that helps us.
I have theories. I wrote white papers using OpenAI and posted them on my Substack account. So it's mostly quantum entanglement and technology now. Quantum computers and stuff that can do stuff in a lightning fast manner.
Right, instantly from, on the other side of the galaxy.
And AI, weaponized AI that's been used to torture people.
Yeah, we've actually been using AI a lot longer than we realize.
I agree.
The government, the military's had it since the 50s. We've been using it. The first time you ever used the Google search engine, that is AI right there. Whenever that came out the first time, that was the first time that we've used AI as far as the masses goes. But the whole thing with CERN too, with them kicking on CERN, that's a whole other dimensional story right there that I probably won't get into right now. But I mean that could be a whole other podcast right there, talking about the entities and that feed off the lower resonating beings. But we've been kept in the dark for so long, for centuries, about a lot of things, that you have people that are figuring it out and people that know about the knowledge that have been leaking it out little by little over the years. And this whole COVID thing was really the thing that opened a lot of people's eyes finally. And you still have people that still deny it, that still deny that the vaccines were actually bioweapons and are killing people. But it's that shit took my aunt and my uncle, and
I had to go to I myself and someone in the house had to go to cardiologist for it.
Yeah, my mom.
Myocarditis.
She was getting to that point of myocarditis. But then I told her, stop listening to the damn doctors you see on the news. Legacy media, if you see any doctors on legacy media, they're being paid by Pfizer most likely to say whatever they're saying. If whatever they say, do the opposite. And my mom was going to the heart specialist because she was starting to get the pains in her chest, and she started following the AI, Brighteon's AI, on the suggestions for the vaccine injury, and within 2 weeks she started feeling better. She went to the doctor. The doctor said her numbers are a lot better. He's like, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it, And that's all just a simple diet and supplements, certain supplements. And I did buy her the Dr. Peter McCullough's spike protein detox, which I think helped too. Which it's all just roots, plant roots and extracts. So there's no like chemicals or drugs in that. But I do believe that's helped, and she's doing a lot better now. She's not getting the pains anymore. So it's like I said, it's really important to detox regularly, especially with all the damn chemtrails and the shit they put on the food. Just today, the entire skies after 1:00 p.m. they were just riddling the skies with chemtrails, and I just don't understand. Like these guys that are flying these planes, do they not ask questions like, why are they? Do they even know what they're doing? It's amazing how just some people are just like yes mans, and whatever they whatever they're told to do, they do it. And I guess that's why we're targeted, because we're not yes mans. We ask questions.
No, we're not. That's right. You got it.
Yeah. So all these gang stalkers see, they're trying to sideswipe you when you're driving and trying to get close to you. They're all the yes mans. They're all the slaves. If you really think about it, um, if we die, we're gonna be die. We're gonna die standing up. Uh, well, for them, they're gonna be on their knees as slaves, um, because that's what, who they're working for is pretty much tyrants and dictators that want to control everything. But again, that's why we're targeted, because they can't control us. So what do you do
That's true.
with something
That's
that you
true.
can't control? You either
You
break
torture
it,
them.
you break it, torture them, and try to break them, or you get them to kill themselves, uh, or just kill them. But these elites really obey the laws of the universe from what they believe in, and the karmic law, and they don't want anything coming back on them, so they want you to kill yourself. There's a reason why they've done everything with the food and with the drugs and just everything. They want us to be our own reason why we end up dying, from if it's from just bad dieting or just bad habits. They want us to do it, and you can't let them have it.
Very good. Any more topics you'd like to discuss tonight?
I didn't really say anything about the reset device. That's the device that got me blacklisted.
Tell us about that. We'll see if the call gets saved on YouTube. I'm sure it will, but give it a shot. Anyway, you can talk about it.
Yeah, well, I mainly made it for. It wasn't even for anything targeting. It was for chronic pain for my mother with her osteoporosis with her spine, her lower spine. I don't want her taking those pain meds, pharmaceuticals. So I did some research and made her that reset zapper, and it helped. She stopped taking those tramadols and the Nurcos or whatever they call them, and it helped her a lot. So how I found out what it does to actual implants was because of Anna Toledo. She's very brave and courageous. I'll tell you what. There's not too many people that'll let you, you know, uh, pinpoint shock them with 1,000,000 volts to try to kill these implants. Um, she's got a lot of guts, and she's the reason why I was able to figure out that and be able to make why I came up with the reset to disable these implants. Now it's not permanent disable. Um, as soon as you go out into public and you get your gang stalkers that come with their phones, because a lot of implants are controlled by Wi-Fi or by the ISM bands, which is the industrial, scientific, and medical bands. Um, they usually can reprogram it or reignite them with their phones. Um, but then again, you just as soon as you get home, you zap it and disable it. And the nano that they used for the remote rape, they use a lot of the nano that attaches to your organs and simulate the effects of rape. It literally instantly stops it as soon as you zap it in the area of the target area. My wife was getting it for about a month, and she was zapping every day for that month. And after that month, they started backing off and started leaving her alone. And when she would feel them about to start doing it again, she just zap it and it stopped shit right there, right away. Um, so it's the latest one I came up with is doesn't bite as hard because it doesn't need to bite hard. Um, it's a lot more subtle and smoother as far as the pulsing. So it's not the high voltage like it used to be. It's a lot lower voltage. It's still high, but the current is very, very low. It's nowhere near enough to stop any kind of heart, not even on a pet. I actually do it on my dog's lower back. I'll zap her back, and the dogs have a lot thicker skin than we do, I think, because it don't even face her. But it really does work. That device right there, I've had 100% feedback, positive feedback, um, with no negative remarks or anything about how it didn't help them. So it's been the reason why I'm they're attacking me financially, but I'm still trying to hang in there. I'm still trying to stay open, um, and we'll keep doing what I'm doing as for as long as I can. Lately, like I said, I've been pulling a lot of side jobs with carpentry and sheetrock and automotive mechanics, like what I used to do before all this, just to make the ends meet. But it's just always seems like the ends never meet lately.
I understand that. Can we pause for a moment and play a brief message from our friends at TI Events, if we can? And then we'll go to the open question and answer session. People can ask you questions, so let's go ahead and give them a shout out.
Chris, I've been hosting events for targeted individuals, but no one ever comes.
You need TIEvents.org. It's where TIs find all the events, conference calls, meetups, webinars.
How do I get listed?
Just go to TIEvents.org. It's easy. TIEvents.org, where the TI community connects. List your event today.
That's TIEvents.org, and Tranquility is in the house, helping me co-host tonight. Thank you very much for your help. And now we're going to go to Q&A session where people ask questions to Armando. First person in line to ask a question to Armando, come on in.
You all right there, buddy?
I have a question.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hi, Armando. This
How you
is
doing?
Tranquility. How you doing? I'm okay. I wanted to ask you about your products. Out of all the products that you offer, which one tends to be the most popular or highly rated by your customers?
Well, really, I only have two. The two devices, the SK and the Reset. I do also sell the Dr. Clark Zapper, my own version of it, but I've only sold a few of those over the past year and a half. But for the most part, lately, people have been liking the package deal, where they get both for one price. It seems like it's been kind of popular, even though I haven't gotten too many orders lately. It seems like the people are liking the 2-for-1 deal kind of sale that I got going on that I started right before Christmas. But for the most part, I think the Reset Zapper would, because of the 100% positive feedback that I've gotten. I have gotten no negative feedbacks on that one. And you get lifetime repairs are free for life. Even if I were to stop making them, I still will honor the repairs for life, no matter what. It's just as long as you pay for the shipping. But yeah, for the most part, I would think it'd be the Reset Zapper lately. But not everybody can afford to buy both at the same time, so they usually tend to go with the Reset Zapper for the most part.
Okay, great. Thanks, Armando.
You're welcome. Thank you, Tranquility.
You're welcome.
Hey,
I
don't have a question. I don't have a question, but I have a comment. Hi, TJ, Chris. This
Go
is
ahead.
Anna.
Oh, hey. How are you? Come on in.
Oh, I'm good. And I just have to echo what Armando said, because if, here in D.C., now, I go out and there's criminals that recharge my implants, and with the Reset, that's like, it just feels like so soothing to just disable them. Without it, I don't know what I do. It's particularly, the kidneys, the hips, everywhere, the legs. They give you the Charlie horse, and it's and yeah, like Armando said, I was his guinea pig in the sense that he did, with very high voltage and low current, and I think that thanks to that, I was able to flourish, and it's not easy because I also use the Silent Night for sleeping, and then I use other things too, like the gel cap and the lead cap, and also putting EMF tapes in the ears because my ears are antennas. So it's just a combination, you mix and match and combination, but definitely the Zapper it has got to be, one of the most amazing products. Thank you, Armando. Thank you. I wouldn't be able to be here if it was not for that.
I did not know you were on here. That's cool.
Yeah, no, and the criminals broke one of my Silent Nights and one of my Zappers. They came into the other place I was living. They came in and broke them, but it's okay. Now I'm safe.
Mm-hmm. Just send them to me and I'll repair them.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Thank you, DJ Chris, for all you do. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, and come back anytime. Next question for Armando. Come on in.
Hi, it's Laura from Colorado. Can you hear me?
I got a question for you. Are you still?
Wait a second. Let's go with
Are you still
John,
selling those highly sensitive Gauss meters?
Yes. I still do those upon request.
How much is one of them?
One of those. I have a few of them in the garage. I haven't sold one in a long while, but I really don't advertise for those. The highly sensitive ones, after I modify, they run for $125.
What's your email address, dude?
Mobile Mr. Fixit at hotmail.com, and that's mobile with the E. Or you can just text me at my phone number. It's on my website. If you have a pen, the phone number is 346-579-8013.
Say it again, please.
346-579-8013. And if you can't get through, try the email.
Jolly good.
Very good, John. Next question from Laura. Come on in.
Hi, I was just, if I wasn't listening, I'm sorry, but where do we find that again? I didn't get your website. Can we have that in the chat, maybe?
Yeah, it's TargetSourceLLC.com, TargetSourceLLC.com.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. I did have a issue with the website not too long ago, but I got it fixed, so we should be okay.
No, I know how that is to keep up a website and to keep up communications with TIs. It's almost impossible. I was really interested in what you said about your wife and the device she was using to counteract the electronic rapes. What device was that?
That was the Great Reset zapper, the implant zapper.
I see.
That was the one that got me in trouble with the one that got me blacklisted, I guess you could say. Because until today, I still haven't been able to get approved with any e-commerce merchant. So this is why I've been taking payments through Zelle and Cash App in Western Union, which is a big hassle. But I mean, it's the only way to do it because I can't get any e-commerce merchant to work with me or approve me. Or else y'all could just go on the website and make the purchase yourselves, and I would just get the order and do it that way. But it takes a lot more time. It takes a lot more time to do it this way, but I guess they still haven't figured out how to stop that yet. One because the Zelle is connected straight to my USAA account, and USAA has been really good to me. I've had them for years now.
Yeah, me too. I have them as well.
Yeah. and I haven't had any issues.
I mean, I bet someday you'll be recognized, right? Just like the cannabis industry. Someday you'll be recognized and they will work with you. Who knows?
If the blacklisters or the government criminals or the elites say no, then that means no. But this is why Mike Adams talks about being self-sufficient, and as far as your finances go, to be independent, not to be reliant on any corporation to make your money. Which, I mean, it's hard for a lot of people to say that, but I kind of grew up in a family of business people, entrepreneurs. And my mom had her own private school bus company. My dad had charter buses. I ended up doing my own mobile mechanic service right before my baby was born. So, and now I'm doing this. So, I mean, it's
that's
kind of hard.
Yeah, if you can fix things, though, if you can fix things, that's valuable.
Yep. And I've actually been working on a project for a self-perpetual motion machine that runs off of a heavy flywheel and springs to turn a generator, and I'd have to make multiple devices like this in order to run my entire house. But one day I will be able to grab that smart meter and chuck it out the front yard and tell the power company to shove it up their ass and come get it. And that'll be the last time they'll be able to surveil me illegally using the smart meter and whatever else they do with the smart meters. They attack us with these smart meters.
Yeah. I hope that day comes for you. I really do. That's $1 million idea, though. If you can make that happen.
I mean, you got other people that are working on it too that are doing it, but to build it up to a bigger scale, like to power a whole house, it's a little tricky. And it takes money. It takes money, and that's one thing that stops a lot of people is finances. But you wouldn't necessarily just run your entire house off of this one device. You would have multiple, like, solar and wind generators if you're in an area with a lot of wind, which I am right by the coast. So I would kind of implement the solar, the wind, and then this self-perpetual kinetic harmonic machine that basically runs off of the spinning inertia of a heavy flywheel and the spring resonance of 8 springs that are all working in conjunction with each other to keep it going. And there's many other free energy devices that are made. You can make them in a small scale and it'll work, but we're not trying to power a little light bulb forever. We're trying to power our houses. So making it bigger, you can run into a lot of problems. And the first problem is the finances, but once you overcome that, I think then you got to worry about the government coming in and either sabotaging or confiscating or killing you off just right then and there, Like
you said your mother used one of your technologies for her back pain, and DC Steve wanted to know again what that was.
She has osteoporosis of her lower spine, and she was taking these pain meds that I told her you have to get off the pharmaceuticals, and that's the only pharmaceutical she was taking. She's pretty healthy for being 71 now, 71. But she had problems with osteoporosis, and the pain. The pain meds can be addicting for some people, depending on what they're taking, what type they're taking.
He wants to know if he can get one of those machines from you.
Yeah, it's the same. The reset device.
It's a reset device that does that. Okay.
Yep. It's the reset device. Does a lot. Helps with a lot of different issues. Whether it's pain, mitigating pain, or stopping the rape. That's instant right there. I mean, my wife can attest to that. And there's many that can say the same thing. Or if it's just disabling some implants that I don't have any surgical implants, but I know that every now and then they'll I'll have some nano accumulate in my body, and I'll just hit the zapper, usually on my arms and my chest, and it just stops it right then and there. They try to fake heart pain, chest pains, but it's never right where the heart is. It's always off to the side. So they're just trying to scare me, I guess. But I just do a quick little pulse zap, and it stops it right then and there. Stops the pain. Like earlier, right before I checked in and logged in, they were doing that to my left left side chest, and it almost felt like my heart, but it's not where the heart is. It's off to the side. So I did just quick little zap, and it just stopped. So.
Any more questions for Armando from the audience? Come on in.
I have a
I'll be next.
I have a question. Thanks for the call, DJ and Armando, to be here. It's Gigi.
Go ahead. Okay, Gigi.
So, can you tell me a little bit more details on the reset device? Like, how does it work? How large is it? I think I could take this with me in my car wherever I go, correct? And, like, how is it charged? Like, how do I charge it up? Like, the mechanics of it. And then also with the SK device also.
The actual video on my website shows my wife using the reset zapper. So if you like to see how it looks and how it works, she demonstrates perfectly what it looks like and how to use it. But basically, it's the size. It fits in the palm of your hand. It's smaller than the palm of your hand. It uses the Type C USB for charging, and it lasts quite a while before it needs to charge. So basically, wherever your area of target is, whether it's your pelvic area, for example, if you're like getting the remote rape, she does it around her pelvic area, right around her stomach, around her belly button. There's an on and off switch. You switch it on, the light comes on, and then there's a little button you press for the pulse. You got 2 copper pads. You put those 2 copper pads against your skin, and you just tap the button, and it sends that pulse charge. It's oscillating very fast, but you don't feel the oscillation. So in other words, it's with that one little tap, it's actually pulsing about a few hundred times, with a half a second of a pulse, a tap. So it works really fast, and all you feel is just one little kind of charge that goes through that area. It doesn't hurt. Let's see what else.
Can I use it on my neck and my face? And my head?
Yeah. I've had many TIs use it on their head. Anna's used it on her head, her neck, behind her ears. I've had a few TIs.
Yeah, I'm worried about my ears. So I have to have it on my ears and behind the ears and on top of the ears and my neck.
Well, on top of the ears, like, it has to be, the copper pads have to touch your skin. If there's any kind of space in between the copper pads and the skin, you'll get a tiny little arc that will leave a small little dot, a little black burn spot because of the arc jumping to your body. So you got to make sure those copper pads are touching your skin firmly. And I do suggest they use some kind of like MRI gel or not MRI, but ultrasound gel or petroleum jelly in the spot where you're going to zap, because that'll really help the irritation of the skin if you have sensitive skin.
Okay, and how long? So I'll watch the video. I saw your. They put the site up, so I know which site to go to, because this is the first I've heard of this. So that's why I'm asking so many questions. So how long can you keep it in one area and zap? So if I keep these copper pads behind my ear, how many times can I do it?
As many times as it takes, but you really only need one or two taps, 1 or 2 zaps per spot. So it's not something that you keep on your body. It's or like that you keep against your body. It's just wherever you are zapping. You just hit the button, place it on your body, tap the button once or twice, and then move on to the next spot, and that's it. Now my wife was getting about 4 to 5 hours for that month that she was doing it every day. She was getting about 4 to 5 hours of relief before she had to do it again, and that kind of makes sense with how long the nano takes to travel in the body. It takes quite a bit. I think up to 90 minutes to travel across your body. But again, they have to hit you with the command signals to tell the nano where to assemble and where to go. So that I think that all takes time too. So if you keep up with the heavy metal detox and the nano detox with the EDTA and the high dose of vitamin C, like Dr. Anna Mahalcha has found, you'll notice a lot less repeating attempts of them trying to do things like that with the nanotech.
Okay, so now the SK device that has frequencies in it.
Yes.
From the range. I didn't quite write down fast enough the range of frequencies. So cover the frequencies that they're using so we can interfere with this device.
Right. Well, the frequencies that it runs, it's between 200 megahertz to 12 gigahertz, with the majority of the power, the output power, being under 1.5 gigahertz, which is mainly what they use to attack us a lot is under 1 gigahertz. Sub gigahertz is what we call it. But they do use, for like implants, surgical implants, they do use the 2.4 and higher frequencies. But for the most part, a lot of the V2K and the RNM is all done under 1 gigahertz. And if you ask AI, it'll say for RNM they can use anything between I think what to say 30 megahertz to 300 gigahertz. But you know, anything above 6 gigahertz is easily attenuated with anything, with a book or a mirror or just a piece of plastic. Any beam that's high in frequency is going to be easily attenuated with a wall, even sheetrock, because of the wave. The size of the wave is so small, a millimeter wave. It's very easy to attenuate or to bounce away from you. So, and they know this. This is why they use the sub gigahertz frequencies to do most of the attacks. I have found that they switched the V2K that they were doing to my daughter to the 2.1 to 2.2 gigahertz range, which is right under the Wi-Fi, which still falls under the cellular infrastructure for the PCS bands, I think, and some of the LTEs bands in that range. So that being said, they will try to switch up the frequencies to try to get around whatever you put up to mitigate that. But that's the good thing about the Silent Night, that it works such a wide bandwidth of frequencies that it covers most of what they use against us. And the range, the shielding range, is pretty much your personal space bubble. Between 15 to 20 feet around you. Or around the SK device. So if you keep that close to you, you will get that bubble surrounding you for the most part. Yeah.
So I'll just carry it with me wherever I go, in my car,
Correct.
outside, in the house, in the bathroom, wherever, kitchen.
Right.
To keep
and you can use these little battery packs they use to charge your phone to run the SK. I can show you right now. I got one right here. I can plug it in. Now, I don't know if you can hear that, but I might lose connection. Yeah, I might lose connection here for a second. Can you see?
I can see, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the SK is literally the reset device is smaller than this. So
Also fits in your palm. Okay.
Right. This is the Silent Night. So the SK, I don't have one on me right here, but it's a little bit smaller than this. It's definitely a lot, not as tall, but roughly the same length and width, about half the height. So if you can see that, it's a lot shorter.
I can, yeah.
Okay, it's about half the height and about the same width and the same length. So.
Okay, well, thank you for answering my questions. And then if I have any more, I'm going to send you an email now.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
So thank you.
Thank you, Gigi. Next question, sir. Come on in.
Okay, so
yeah, this is Richard.
I got
this. I can be quick. This is Richard Lighthouse. I just wanted to say that.
Richard Lighthouse, come on in.
I'll go on next after.
Yeah, I'll be very quick. Thanks. I just want to comment and say I have a Silent Night and I use it. I very much appreciate the work of Target Source and all the research and stuff that they've done. Thank you, Armando, for all your work.
Thank you, man. Thank you for everything you do, man, too. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have never figured out what they were doing to my wife, you know. Yeah, I'm here because of y'all. Thank you.
Thank
you. Okay, someone else had a question for Armando?
Yeah, I have a question. I got the stun gun. I don't know if you used that, but I was having a little bit of confusion because Andrew, he told me to tie it in a fourth and put a hook on the first coil. And I'm not really sure exactly what he means by that, and I was just trying to get with somebody if they could get on a video cam, a video chat conversation and show it, and then, they could just. I already have the part wrapped around the wood,
right?
The wire,
right?
So I got the ends, but I just don't, I don't know exactly how it's supposed to.
What do you have? What device do you have, or what were you making?
It's just the EMP pulse device that has the copper wire. I don't know if it's copper or whatever it is.
Well, ideally you want to use a copper tubing when you want to make a strong EMP. You want to use copper tubing because it goes by the skin effect, the thickness of the copper, not necessarily. The electrons don't flow through the copper; they flow on the surface of the copper. So you want to use some kind of tubing. The bigger the tubing, the better. The tubing for the water for your fridge, or for the water delivery to your fridge for the ice maker. Usually it's copper tubing, but you could buy a 10-foot roll of 1/4 inch at Home Depot for $20.
I know about that, but if you could possibly if I did a video chat and then I show you, if you could show me if I'm doing it right when I put it back on, the wires back on or something like that.
Yes, shoot me an email and I can get with you through Signal app or Signal or WhatsApp. I really don't like WhatsApp, but I prefer Signal if you want to do a video chat call.
If you could post wait, am I still connected? Okay. Yeah, if you could just post your WhatsApp, if you want to send it to me in a DM, you can too.
Oh, okay. Do you have WhatsApp or Signal?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. I think you could just use my phone number, and you could.
I don't have it. I don't think. I think I tried to call you, but you weren't there or somewhere. I don't know.
Probably.
Actually, you were there. You were sick, but then you said that was a while ago. Or something.
I haven't been sick in a while.
Yeah, I just gotta. I don't know where I put your number. Actually, if you could just like send it again, I guess, in a DM.
Yeah, you got something to write with?
Yeah, I got this keyboard with the notepad.
Okay. Well, just type in my number, 346-579-8013.
346-579 and then 8013.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you for your question. Next question in line, please.
Armando?
Hi. Yeah. Hi.
Go ahead.
Gentleman next in line, please.
I'll let the woman go first.
Go ahead, CC.
Armando, this might
And
seem
then Kate's next.
it's a side. Hello. It's a side note on questions of your businesses that you do, right? I don't know how much time you have, but this might sound like a dumb question. But I know a TI in Colorado that she was going through it really bad in one of the other states, and then she moved to Colorado, right? But she would fix her own car. And are you at all?
You kind of broke up there for a second. What was that?
Oh no. Are you a full-fledged licensed mechanic?
I wouldn't say licensed, but I've been doing it since I was 15. Heavy diesel and automotive mechanics, heavy machinery, and right before the baby was born, I was moving more towards electrical diagnostics in auto and diesel.
Okay. Well, the TI I know, she would fix her own car. And so this might seem simple-minded or dumb, but I'm a teacher. No question, it's dumb. So this is the thing, is would you ever consider teaching TIs on Zoom how to do basic things with their car that these people constantly tinker with and break?
Yeah.
Does that sound realistic to you? And I'd be willing to pay money for that.
That's
Blessings
not
to
a
you.
bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
Where are you located? What state, Armando?
Texas.
And I know there's a TI in Arizona quickly that he used to go around the states to help TIs with their cars. And I don't know who that was. He had a home with a pool. Anybody that knows that person, maybe we need to get the talent of the TI guys and gals that know how to work on cars. If you're willing to travel, there are TIs who are willing to see other TIs and travel to them. If we pool our talents together, we can help each other out, even start a business, right? Hiring each other, a foundation or like a coagulation of people that will fly in and out. If there's a major thing on a car that needs to be fixed, I'm willing to fly somebody out or give them a bus ticket if they're in a state close by. There were people, a couple of TIs that were doing that. Just a side note, because I heard you say that, and even if to teach other TIs, how to work on their own vehicles for the stupid things these people do. But thank you, Armando, for your time. Thank you, DJ.
Well, yeah, I
Thank you, CC. Go ahead, Armando.
I'm actually pretty savvy on if I can make it and not have to buy it, I'd rather make it to fix whatever I got to fix.
Right.
And it's just
because a lot of TIs don't want to get a car because they figure they're just going to mess it up. Well, if you stay on top of them, the TI sister, she would stay on top of them. She'd fix whatever little things that they would think that they're going to break, save money, don't have to go to the oil change people. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh, definitely. They will screw you over at the oil change places, especially if they're working for the perps. No, they don't really try messing with my vehicles because I'm always, I constantly check them every week. Now they did cut my one of my tires. They slashed the sidewall, and I guess they were expecting for me to be going on the freeway and hopefully it blowing out when I was on the freeway. But I rotated my tires right before that happened. About 2 weeks right before that happened, I rotated them, and that one tire ended up in the front, where it's a lot more safe to have a blowout than the rear going at high speeds. And they tried to do a swoop and a stop on me. They had somebody next to me. The person in front of me slammed their brakes. All I had was either hitting that person or going into the median, and
Mm-hmm.
my two left tires went into the curb, and the front one is the one that busted and popped that square. It was a perfect cut square out of the sidewall. The rear
Wow.
tire was all mangled like it should have been, like the front tire should have been. But what happened was that impact forced that square that was cut out, and that's how it blew.
Yeah.
And I have pictures. That I think Lighthouse did a newsletter on that too. And they've also, right before that happened, they loosened up all my lug nuts on that one wheel. And I know I didn't. I've never left a wheel loose ever in my life. Working mechanics, working for other people. I've never left anything like that. That's
Thank
something
you for that. Let's go ahead and go to Kate now. Kate, you're next. Come on in.
Hi, I don't know if you thought I was Kate, but I was saying hello. Oh, so is there somebody else too? Well, hi, Chris, GJ Chris, thank you so much, and Armando, thank you. I'm gonna go back and listen to the whole thing because I came in late, but I'm interested. And as far as the Silent Night, if you may have mentioned this, so I can just listen to the tape. But would you say this? Is there any category of like the way they hit us that may not be covered by the Silent Night? Let's say if there's a few people who say, well,
the few people that said. As far as
I was saying, is there a few categories? Is there certain types of situations where it does not work often?
I think it's just the type of technology the certain contractor is using on you. Either one or the other is going to work for you in one way or another. The most important thing is to stop the data flow from these biosensors that are in our bodies, because that'll really put them in the dark on what to do next. So for some, if it doesn't stop your V2K, which you're hoping it would, it will definitely stop the data flow of these biosensors that are in our bodies. And you just have to keep using it. And you will see and they'll trick you. They'll try to trick you too. A lot of these TIs say, the first 2 or 3 days, they didn't think it was going to help, and after that third day, they started seeing the effects. For some people, it was instant. For the few that said that what I sent them didn't work, it could have been package tampering, but we do take steps for that to be noticed if that was the case. Or sending an older SK usually does the trick for those that say they didn't get the relief.
Kate, by the way, Kate is showing her SK product, but her mic isn't working.
She has one.
I'm not Kate. By the way, thank you so much on that. And thank you. I agree about it takes time sometimes to have things work. Oh gosh, I forgot the other question. I'll get off and see if I can remember my second question.
Take some calcium. You take when you start that memory fog and that the calcium is depleted.
Okay. On that, did you specify the quantities of the vitamin C and the EDTA before? I'll go listen if you did.
The EDTA, I don't know exactly what the amount was, but I usually take what it says on the bottle for the required for the dosage. The vitamin C, Dr. Adamo just says at least 2,000 milligrams.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Next question for Armando. Come on in.
Yes, of course. Hi, Armando.
How you doing?
Pleasure. Man, I'm surviving, man. I'm surviving. So I had a few things typed up, but all my screens closed that I had to rejoin. So bear with me. So I used to run an IT department, at a hospital
Right.
by myself, right? The entire hospital on site, doctors. Now I can't even take a certification for the knowledge I knew. Started in February and March of last year. I'm down to like a day of memory, constant bombardment of the microwave auditory effect. Never been hospitalized in my life for anything besides like, skateboarding or snowboarding or like a chainsaw while I was doing tree removal.
Right.
But, this year it's been rough. Bleeding out of the ears, bowel movements, whatever they're hitting me with, it's caused burns through socks, shoes, in my car. And I was trying to research into RFI, EMP, basic concepts, right? Trying to build what you were getting at. And I had, right before I became homeless, I had tried the Q-Wave. Unfortunately, it didn't work for me.
Right.
And then I started doing some more research and wanted to buy a spectral analyzer. So I just have 3 quick questions since you're being so kind with your time. Have you found that the microwave auditory effect actually goes in between the 450 to 700 megahertz range?
Yes. Now, what I have found with a TI that lives not too far from me, she gets the V2K at 462, I believe. Which the SK covers that frequency very, very good, and literally she kicks it on and it stops it right away. Now, for my wife, I had accidentally stumbled upon it when I was surfing the analyzer one night, and she was sitting there, and I saw the modulation, and it's just like the patent says. You'll have 2 frequencies, 2 bands of frequencies real close to each other, offset about 3 to 4 megahertz, but a bandwidth of each a set of frequencies of about 1 megahertz. And I saw the modulation, and every time it would move, she would give me the cue that she just heard it. And then when I wouldn't see it, she would say, "No, I'm not hearing it." And I kind of stumbled upon that on accident. So the hers was, but that wasn't V2K. That was R&M that they were doing to her. But the other TI that is close to me, her V2K runs at 462, 461. So that definitely the SK helped with that. But they
that
will
was my
switch.
biggest question is what you just touched on.
Okay.
R&M, because I literally have muscle convulsions. I stand up, I lose blood flow to my head, and I used to fall down and have seizures because of this, right? In wrestling, middle school, it went away. Unfortunately, it's back. So I'll literally stand up, and
I would definitely, I don't mean to interrupt, but I would definitely ask Brighteon AI on tell it your situation, and it'll give you the answer to how to fix that holistically. By the way,
dude, I'm looking into I've got CAT scan, MRI, EEG. My biggest thing, I'm even wearing 2 conductive layered clothing. I have a blanket. I'm looking into a grounding rod, make an actual Faraday cage, ground the bed. But
now the Faraday cage will work good if you make an active Faraday cage instead of just grounding it. I was hooking up the older SK generation to the Faraday, to the chicken wire, pretty much a cage that even Anna built around her bed that would help a lot. It really did something to attenuate the attacks, the directed energy weapon attacks.
Like I really wish I really wish I found out about your device before my funds ran out, because people were talking about their cars being messed with, and your exact scenario, literally exact scenario, the front left tire and the rotation happened to me while I was homeless. The low oil pressure kicks on, and it has me always pull onto a street that has an emergency responder going on it. But besides
that's because they're probably draining your oil when you're not in your vehicle or when you're not around it. So you have to constantly be checking your oil too, man.
Dude, I literally spent 3 months waiting for a cease and desist, thinking this was
the answer.
Being psychosis, right? Like I was like, you know what? Let me.
I don't want to interrupt, but I think Kate has a question for you guys.
I'm sorry. I meant to state that I haven't slept in these 11 months. There's been 5 consecutive months of not sleeping. So apologies for me being all over the place.
You're okay, brother.
I'm just trying, you know. But
yeah, no,
I really want to get back to working. I was working on researching these items in these areas, and I came across yours, and yours was like kind of like my final hope. And I recall reviewing it, and it mentioned connecting the rods or some manner to create a better field of effect. Can you elaborate on that?
Connecting the rods or connecting the wires?
You know, I just mentioned the memory. If you could elaborate on that, I believe it was in regards to creating a stronger effect, or to connecting it to another.
To the SK, the Faraday cage, connected to the Faraday cage.
That perhaps may be right. Yes, if you could elaborate on that.
Well, right. If you make a Faraday cage, you connect one of the outputs of the SK to the Faraday cage, and you essentially energize that cage. Just as long as you only connect one output of the SK to it, it won't shock you, and you'll be okay. Now, I guess I got to be clear about this. The SK device is a spark gap device, but it is, I guess, engineered to give the relief of the said frequencies for the certain frequencies. You know, because I mean, not any spark gap device is not going to create the RF noise that actually helps block the V2K or the RNM or the biosensor signals. You know, a regular taser is not going to create that field of the spectrum. It's not, especially if it's DC, which most stun guns and most high voltage devices are going to have some kind of DC component to it.
Thank you for that. We need to move on to the next person.
Right.
That's much unfortunate. Just real quick, summing it up.
Okay.
DJ Panelist. So this is like my bottom barrel. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm sure all TIs feel that way. It's really there. You really feel like this device helps out for people, man, regarding sleep, RNM, V2K, and what?
I mean, I have countless. I have tens and tens of probably a few hundred text messages from people that have you know, given me a thank you, thumbs up. This is awesome. I could always, you know, those screenshots, I could just send them to you, and you can read them for yourself. What people have sent me. You know, I could probably post a few on my website.
I've read them.
I don't make. Well, then you'd probably be better, feel better if you see the text that people send me that you haven't seen, that I don't put on the website.
I hear you.
That way you can read it for yourself. You know, I'm not making any of this up. This is what people send me. You know,
you're the real deal, yeah. And from my foggy memory, what I call R&M brain, even with my dog and my parents.
We need to move. We need to move on.
Is there any means that you actually have to change the settings, or does this do this?
Every once in a while you have to adjust it until you find the best setting that you find the best relief, and then eventually you have to adjust it very periodically. But for the most part, just shoot me an email if you can, or give me a call, and I'll talk you through about all that.
I really appreciate it, man. Because if I can get sleep in me and my cognitive function back, you'd be saving my life. So I appreciate it, and thank you for everyone else's time. God bless. Sorry to take it up.
No worries. Kate has a question for us.
Yes, Miss Kate.
She has a silent night device.
She got the reset. I think the reset zapper.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
I hear you now.
Okay, so
I got the reset.
Right.
But
Kate, yes, you're that Kate.
yeah, but I'm not quite sure how to use it because I don't see a button on the side.
Now
turn it on.
switch it on, and then now look on the other side. You see the little black button.
No, I don't see a black button. I see a power connection thing or
Okay.
charger.
Can you lift it up? It's okay. There you go. It should be on the sides. Should be a black button.
Yeah, I don't see a black button.
That hole right there. Yeah, that should be a black. There should be a button there.
Oh, okay.
Kate, I think you wasn't your package delayed?
Well, no, I just didn't receive it for a long time. Like,
right. Okay.
I had ordered it.
Right.
Like in May. I didn't receive it till recently, and I just now opened it, and so this is.
I'm looking at the little hole. There should be a button right there. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. So I guess I should send it back and then.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. You should send it back, and I can send you another one tomorrow morning. So that definitely was sabotaged or tampered with.
Oh. Yeah, there was plenty of tape on the outside, but it did look. The box looked a little bit beat up, but So okay, yeah.
They'll do that. They'll beat it up to just to I guess to cover their tampering.
Yeah.
We don't. I mean, it's been a while since we had actual tampering to that point. But I'm sorry. We'll send you another one right away.
Oh yeah, I'll know the spec. And yeah, I was just wondering. Okay, thank you.
You
thank you, Kay.
You know, there should be a little black button where that hole is. So they must. And I use the Gorilla Glue epoxy to hold that button down. It's 4,200 pounds of per square inch of hold. So that was definitely deliberately pushed in, or they used some kind of tool to do that.
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, so no problem.
I can overnight. I'll overnight you one. That way they have less chance of tampering with it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Kate.
Kate, what's your last name? Or just can you just send me a text?
Yeah, I'll send you a text.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Anybody else want to ask Armando? We're in extended time right now. The book club's being delayed. Does anyone else have a question?
Chris, do you have any suggestions on what device would be best? I'm not familiar with how many models there are.
There's only two.
And what are the two?
The Silent Night and then the Great Reset device.
And the Great Reset, is that actually for people with medical implants or the graphene oxide?
Well, it's for many different things. It's for surgical implants. It's for nano. It's for chronic pain. We've stopped the R&M link before with Jill, one of the volunteers for Targeted Justice. It works wonders. It does some pretty cool stuff for what it is, you know.
You two will email each other, of course, because we need to move on. Next question. And next question for Armando, please.
Stein.
Yes, hi. I just wanted to see, with all that it helps, does it help with the viewing and through the eyes, or quote unquote the head reading? Yeah.
The R&M, the link that they make so that they're able to read your thoughts and see through your eyes.
Yes, sir. Mhm. Does it help with that?
The R&M, like I said with Jill, it cut that link when Anna had zapped her on her neck. It literally it was instant. Like she was like, okay, I don't smell that no more. They were making her smell a smell that she only smelled when at her home in Ohio, I think, and she was smelling it, and Anna thought it'd be good idea to zap her. So she zapped her neck, and it literally just stopped. It stopped that link that they were making that they had on her. Of course, like this wasn't in a lab, tested in a lab or anything, but when you have multiple TIs saying feedback in the same, I guess the same answers or the same deal that they're experiencing, you kind of collect that and put that together and come up with a conclusion. And this is the conclusion that we've come up with all the TIs that have used it and are using it today.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah.
You're welcome.
God bless you. God bless you and your family and DJ Chris and everybody.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, bless you too. Thank you very much. Does anyone else have a question for?
Yes, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Armando.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for being here, Armando. I was wondering how is your products delivered? Because I'm having a problem getting my mail from the U.S. Postal Service.
I definitely don't use USPS. They're the worst. I, for the most part, use UPS. I've had a few issues with them in the past, and as of recently, 2 weeks ago, I had again some issues. But most of the time, it wasn't issues with deliveries. It was issues with the actual account or the billing. So I stopped using them directly and using a third party, and that third party still uses UPS. So definitely not USPS. I don't use them.
Do we have to sign for the product, or they just
I can add that. I can add that on the list. I think they do charge though. They charge like I think $6 or $7 for signatures. Right. But you just just put that in add that in when you talk to us, and we can note it. So when we do make your label, we can make sure we put that required signature.
Right, and we can actually will we be able to track the product online?
Of course.
Okay. Thank you, Armando.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. I think that concludes our question and answer session.
Very good.
That was pretty good. Okay. Well, thank you, Armando, for everything you do. And everybody, if you can, someone put his website into the chat room again, that would be great.
TargetSourceLLC.com.
Yes. Okay, very good. Very, very, very good. The book club today is about, we can come back to you, actually. The book club this week is about Mel K's book, America Anonymous. Basically, she wants to see America go on a 12-step plan to straighten itself out, and she wants us to regain our independence and such like that. So that's the book of the week, Mel K and America Anonymous. And I think we'll end this recording now. Thank you for watching your favorite platform.
Thank you.
Please subscribe, listen on Spotify, or watch on your favorite video platform. And we'll be back next week with Kathy O'Brien. And I'm going to stop recording, but you can still be here on Armando. Thank you for watching on your platform. Please like, subscribe, and make a comment. Thank you.